Good morning and welcome to the Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. My name is Manaki Tai. Joining me in commentary today is the Olympic gold medalist
for water polo. Let's remember it's water polo, not netball.
Simone Fountain. Welcome.
Thank you, Manaki. It's great to be here with you.
Thank you. We today are calling the men's reserves grade. This is WA versus SA. We'll get into the starting lineups if you want to go through South Australia's starting seven.
Yeah, so starting seven for South Australia is in GS is Davis, in GA is Humphreys, in WA is Newchurch. In centre we have Geary, and wing defence McGuinness, and GD we've got Zammit, and GK is Spur, and they're coached by Coach O'Brien. So that's the Dragons, the South Australian Dragons. Over to you for the WA Thunder.
Okay, for the Thunder team in goal shooter, we've got Tangata. In goal attack, we've got Hawthorn. Wing attack is Spadano. Centre, we have Ross. Wing defence, Miller. Goal defence, Brady. And goalkeeper, King. And that's James King. So the WA team have got two Kings in there.
Ooh, there we go. So bear with us while we try and entertain you guys from this call. My son played in the last one I called, so at least that one won't happen in this one. We're going to step up here so we can give you a call. And here's South Australia with the first centre pass.
Get your coffees and your biscuits.
And off we go. Good defensive start by Thunder, pushing them out just into the goal third now. Ooh, and a
good touch early from Ross, yeah. Contact
from the centre there, so penalty pass there.
Ooh, and you'll see that a lot from Ross. He likes to contest. He's very defensive.
Ooh, and a good hold by their GS there from South Australia. And we go through for Thunder to make a start. Ooh, and a good hold again, but good hands down low from a tall GD for South Australia, and they get the deflection and they're moving up the court now. Still finding it hard to kind of push through the centre there. And some really...
There's Ross again with getting hands into everything.
I have watched these guys train a few times across the weekends for trainings, and they put it all out there. They've good pressure to start with, and yeah, and there
nice
we go with a nice
King.
Rebound.
King and Brady play together in the domestic comp here in WA, so if their connection really comes to the party, that should put Thunder's defensive end in good stead.
And that's
to win some ball.
Good
nice hold.
Yeah. Good movement, yeah, and great movement in the circle. And just over the back line, but saved there. Oh, no, and called out of court.
Couple of missed feeds early.
Just a little bit of first
quarter jitters, yeah. Much like us, we've got first quarter jitters too.
That's exactly right.
Looks like he went offside there.
Oh, it did look like that. Oh, and just landed that back foot. But that takes them to 2-0 and back on a Dragons centre here. Again, finding it hard just to get it past that first pass. It's good defence on that line. And just an obstruction call there. No, an offside call.
McInnes there, he's a legend in South Australia.
Again,
been around a while.
Yeah, great holding from the GS there. It takes them out to 3-0, but a Thunder centre here for them to get back, and a little bit of space for them. So a little bit of a different approach. We can see not that much pressure. Oh, and mid-range shot there, or almost long range.
We'll call that a long range.
Yeah, that looked long, didn't it?
I've played actually with Tangata. She has a very strong hold. And good hands as well.
Well positioned there, just off the top of the ring. And here they go. They're just in for their fourth goal there. And back to their centre, the Dragons. So they'll be happy with a little bit of a spring start there.
They would.
And, unfortunately for Ross, just called for contact, but good hands in the contest there.
Yeah, a little bit late.
And
But
again,
the beauty of Ross's defence like that is he'll just wear his players down and eventually start winning
so
some balls.
fit and agile, aren't they? And some reasonable movement around the circle edge there.
Taking their time to get the ball.
They are taking their time there. No contact.
Hawthorn is actually a player to watch as well. He's got a nice read of the game.
Oh, and again, just missing that connection there. Oh, and beautiful hands by Brady. Great intercept.
Great drive.
And again, Ross just dominating the top of the circle there.
This attacking end for WA is just taking a while to settle.
Yeah, Spando just saying I wasn't quite there then, but he'll step up again. Another super athletic, capable, fast feet there to get into defence, but there's just a bit of opening here for South Australia. And they push it out to a 6-0 lead. And back on their centre. It's just taking a little while for them to settle.
That was a good second phase for South Australia.
Well, having to go backwards to go forwards. And, yeah, Davis got a little bit of height advantage, but off the back of the ring there, and a contact call.
Great rebound from Brady. Got into good positioning there.
Yep, and away now. Oh, and having, just a little
Too casual
tap
on the pass.
Yeah, and too readable. They knew they were going across there, so, yeah, and they now 7, and we go with the Thunder centre.
Is water polo played in quarters?
It is, yes.
And so
thankfully, we get a few breaks, and these days we can have a timeout in our game.
Right.
It's changed a bit. I haven't played at competitive level for a long time, so rule changes happen pretty frequently now internationally, and but yes,
And
multiple opportunities to break.
When in water polo, if you have first quarter jitters, what kind of things would you do to settle?
Yeah, look, it's a very physical game, and again, a little bit like netball, the ball moves that quickly that you don't necessarily, you have to kind of more change those jitters by maintaining the momentum and really expressing yourself physically rather than being able to verbally kind of pull people along. So like these boys are trying to do now, just settle in a little bit. You just have to find a way to bring yourself along, and that hopefully leads others along, because the ball movement even here is moving quickly and they're just settling in. But doing a good job now, Thunder. Just a bit more. Oh, and that will be a Thunder feed off the back line, but probably a good one for them, because I felt like they were kind of settling in a little bit there and really being patient. And there's a goal for them just to open their...
To finish off Ian Brady's beautiful intercept as well.
Yes.
Brady will work and work and work all game.
So, yeah, I find it's really interesting watching court sports, because there's so many similarities to the way that we play multiple sports. But and the front cut, we do front cuts, we do drives in water polo as well.
Right.
So quite similar, but obviously we have water and other things to battle. But these guys certainly, you know, the guys and girls I've watched over the last few days, you know, just... amazing physicality this game. Really fantastic to watch.
There was another misfeed by Ross. This is that 4 turnovers right there. Tidy that up and this will be a different scoreline.
Absolutely. The unforced errors are just coming undone for that, and they're making them pay up this end.
We're going to be leaving voicemails for the players, so when they watch it back, they can hear our expert tips.
That's exactly right. I was on with Mandy last game, and she could call the feet and the hands and the systems, and I was like, wow. Manaki and Simone's call. It's big, but we're pushing out to a 10-1 lead now for South Australia, who are kind of tearing it up. This is what we saw with the 17s. They faced South Australia as well, and they came out really quick and an offside call there against Thunder. So just having to find their way. And not that it's amazing with netball that such a deficit can come back so quickly. So you can't give up at this point, and certainly the games go for a long time, having quarters and opportunities to break and reset.
Exactly. The game goes in ebbs and flows, and just as much as it's flowing South Australia's way, there's nothing to say that it won't flow WA's way as well.
So
opportunity here.
Back to Thunder here, and with a bit of an open court.
Just like to see a little bit of composure.
There's Ross again at the top of the circle, yeah, and great delivery.
That was probably the safest option that Ross has been offered by the shooters all quarter so far.
Now back to a Thunder, so that was against the centre. So we now Thunder have possession again, which is fantastic.
Here he is.
And
Hawthorn finding a lot of great space in these last two plays.
Yeah, they're trying to shut down the goal shooter getting the ball off the circle edge there and just leaving Hawthorn in space there. So that's good. He's finding that. And a nice turnaround play there from the goal shooter who has not missed. Maybe 1 out of 12. That looked like a break, but that's okay, Hawthorn. You can...
Umpires are human too.
Yes, that's right. But it's in our favour, so
except
go
when I'm
Thunder.
playing, umpires have to get it right.
Yeah. And a nice piece of shooting there. Beautiful. Puts that one away, and we're 12-4.
Couple of goals in now.
Yeah.
Really,
they're going fast. See, they're just really trying to capitalise this lead.
And this is what happens when a team gets a big run, is that sometimes the defensive end can get deflated.
And just that decision-making gets pressed and pushed. And
it does.
that one then, clearly over the sideline, but probably not the best option as a pass.
And you try and make up the whole deficit in one play.
Yes. But and contact there from the GD, kept out of the circle through the contact. Stepping in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and contact called against, offensive contact called against the GS. Contact for Ross there, pushing really hard through the centre court to try and slow this Dragons team down. And they get another one to take them out to a 10-goal lead.
Four minutes remaining in the first quarter. WA would really like to try and finish this as strong as possible.
And the centre court matchups, the two centres. Oh, and
Here's
that's
an
a miss.
opportunity. Unlucky.
Oh, and Brady called for a contact. Or...
looks like King.
Yeah. King. And they put that one away. But the centre matchup is a good one too. They've both been pushing hard through the centre of the court. And Ross just trying to front cut there. Just needs safe hands. There he is. And he's come inside and the ball's gone over the top.
We've got some
and that's
change in the
by
substitution
Hawthorn.
box.
Well, yeah, wing defence looking to come in. Oh, and GD's going to be held out of the circle here, so
Here's
they need to
chance.
capitalise here.
Yes.
And and there's another bit of contact in the back there from Spur. And well put away.
You may have noticed that WA are wearing black armbands. They are doing this in acknowledgement of Boyd Berryman, who was a previous player and he was part of the committee. His father has just passed away, so our thoughts and prayers are with the Berryman family.
Condolences for the family and friends. It obviously made a huge contribution to and has made a contribution to the sport over here, so
yeah,
great for the acknowledgement, for the team to acknowledge the passing of someone who's supported the sport. Just out off the sideline there. Thunder getting the opportunity. And then obstruction
Chance to
call
close the
there.
gap.
And they've got 1 minute and 40 seconds to go, so they really want to make a difference here and get... Oh, and they're nice squeeze that pass through, and unfortunately stepped out the back line on trying to take that pass. Oh, and good hands, unfortunately. Didn't get
Tangata doing what she can to get that ball back.
Oh, yeah,
Brady coming
up
through.
in the
Yeah,
middle,
he got good position
he
there.
did his
Stunning.
super. Great work from Brady. Picked himself off the ground pretty quickly to get back up to his feet, and they're moving the ball down. 1 minute to go, so they've got some time here to make sure this one. Great passage of play there.
Well done. That was good work, give and go, and lots of drives from Spadano.
And a
Nice
goal
goal.
from Gawthorpe.
Needed that. Centre pass to follow.
Yeah, and so capitalise here.
Close that gap just that little bit more.
Oh, again over the back line. Just that tiny
Just
little
forcing
connection,
it a little
not
bit,
just
hey?
there right now. You can see it sits there, but it's probably just a little off. And these guys trying to shut them down here and not give them another option. Good defence, having to go backwards here to find their space. Doing well defensively. Oh, well done. Yeah, and obstruction there. So King doing a great job there to, but just to pass, just that little tiny connection piece, but going to a break.
Interesting first quarter.
Yeah.
Sets up for a good game.
15-6 to Dragons. Forte Physiotherapy has been providing physiotherapy services and rehabilitation services for the West Coast Thunder since its inception. They're proud sponsors of the athlete group and look after many athletes and general population in their clinic. If you have an injury or chronic pain, see the professionals at Fort Physiotherapy and book an appointment online on their email.
I have actually had to use Forte Physio quite a bit myself over the time.
Yes, you've got a little injury at the moment, haven't you? We're just back to the start here of the second quarter with the Dragons getting the first centre and 15-6 to Dragons v Thunder in the men's reserve. So back to court.
We see some changes for WA. We've got Hosea who's come on into goal shooter, Charlie King into goal attack, Captain Dan Ross has moved into wing attack, Jonah Ness into wing defender.
And a deflection there, but we didn't get that deflection back, so goal shooter puts it in for the Dragons, and we come with this new lineup. See how we go with these.
Some changes have been made to South Australia too. I only am familiar with McInnes, who's been moved into centre.
But they started well. How did you see the first bit? They were fairly strong, taking that lead. Came out with some energy.
WA, you mean?
I mean, the first quarter for the Dragons.
Yeah, I didn't think any changes were needed. Maybe an injury or
with a big...
Get some rotations in.
Bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Oh, and beautiful work there from King. Great hands and athleticism there to try and get the intercept. Brady just getting caught for contact there.
The challenge for the WA defenders now is to manage that desperation to get the ball and still stay tidy and clean.
Oh, and across the back line there. A bit uncharacteristic than that first patch of play that we saw from the Dragons in the first quarter, but they've given that one up and Thunder will bring the ball up the court. Beautiful energy there from Thunder. Just some
You
patience.
already can notice a difference, a bit more composure on the attack end already.
Oh, and called defensively against.
Yeah, Charlie King come charging through there.
And the Dragons just working it down and finding a space inside the circle there. The goal shooter working it nicely around the circle edge and positioning to put another one in 18-6 to the Dragons. Just with Thunder wanting to lift their energy here, they just still, like you say, need to find that composure. And a nice low pass there.
Yes.
And
yes, Auntie.
And a good try from the goalkeeper, but no, went through for Thunder, which is fantastic. We get one back and we're down now with Dragons in there. Goal third. High ball into the shooter, who's been good for them.
Undisciplined there by King. Could have been a rebound to Brady.
And the little apology there for bouncing into him, but yeah, getting another one to take them out to 19-7. And some nice good energy off the set.
Yes,
beautiful
Charlie, that was
from
beautiful.
King. Great work across the baseline and a beautiful pass across to the edge of the circle and then into the baseline. Yeah, and still pushing them to have to slow down here, which is great work from the defence.
So, and this is what's going to be needed from them.
Again, hands over the ball really
Clean
nicely,
lines.
and Brady just missing the opportunity to, and good. Push them out to the circle edge a little bit. Find the break into the goal shooter and
it's not a very tall defensive circle, is it? But they do well to get into position.
No, and their communication seems a little better already at the start of this quarter. So just some options here to work the ball in.
King has already brought some composure. What was that?
I think that was an contact call.
From goal shoot?
From goal shoot, yes. Stepping back towards the player and onto the player.
That was a nice dodge.
It was a great drive across.
The timing and the patience from McInnes to hold the ball and wait for him to open up. It's pretty to watch.
And we have had a change of centres here to McInnes again. And just drifts across the back line there. Davis pushing hard to the goal attack, but Thunder throw in now. So they need to, this could help them get back. And just being a bit patient here to work the ball up. Still finding space.
Spadano on full stretch, pulls that in nicely.
Yeah, so good. Again.
That was a nice hold by Hosea.
Just checking that the player's okay. Good sportsmanship there. And
Shooter to shooter.
yeah. And
The
well
shooting
done.
combination already is a lot more calmer and controlled, aren't they?
And they seem to have little moments where they look at each other and know where each other are going, which is really what we want to see, to have that organisation and coordination of each other. Again, just some patience
Held up
here.
here, yeah. Great defence from South Australia.
Oh, and just
And
a miss pass.
That's it.
They're trying to push it too far on the angle and stepping up for the intercept from the Dragons. And again,
We've
pushing
got a new
this
goal defender in the
offer us,
circle.
yes, a bit of a, yep. That's been a substitution while we weren't watching. They can do that with that
Slipped
rolling
on,
sub now.
yes.
Yeah, and some great footwork to
Oh,
cover that
great
circle.
defense.
Beautiful from King.
That was beautiful. He's bringing with him a fresh energy as well, some nice intensity with the goal defender.
He's
Forgotten
taking a
his
few
name.
big, and that floating pass just hasn't worked for us. A long floating
Yeah.
pass just leaves it open for the
I could hear the ball like,
goalkeeper,
come and
that's
get me.
Beautiful from come and get me. And there we go. And just, yep, great passing.
Great
and
drive by King.
yeah. Just
Strong.
holding strong underneath some pressure there. And again, some in the back there. Goal shoots. Going to get the penalty here.
All of
King
this is tactics to
boxing
catch
out.
the breath.
Yep.
Where's the ball? I can't see
I
where the
can't
ball
seem
is.
to find it.
Meanwhile, sucking in the air.
Exactly. Here they go. Oh, and some pressure under the body there.
Yes.
Yes. Footwork
Oh,
called
well
first,
done.
but a great
This is a moment for WA.
Yeah, just
If
a
they
bit of a
can score
momentum
this, yeah.
momentum swing here. Footwork, but beautiful
Oh, there's
work
that
from
floating
King.
ball
That-
telling me to come and get me.
yes, the come and get me. And we just can't seem to get the come and get me. And it scores for them.
We're
Come on,
going to
Thunder.
start calling that ball the come and get me.
Exactly. We think we're funny anyway.
Yeah.
If anyone out there does, we do. And here we go. For Thunder, come on, we need to, and again, we've just not landing them on stretch there. Just need to push the ball out in front of the player a little bit more on
I
the
think
pass.
the pass selection, the choices that they're choosing, they're not picking the really safe options. There's a few times there I feel Dan is forcing
Oh,
some
well
passes.
done. Great. I'm calling that one
There's a
long range.
I think Auntie would call that one a long range shot as well.
That's good.
Prefers to shoot under the hoop.
Yeah.
Can shoot from anywhere though.
And we're just down in the goal third for Dragons and an opening there. Davis is working hard in that goal shoot position and finding plenty of space at times, but certainly King has been cutting it off. And just
Stepping on, putting himself under pressure when he does that. Great
yeah,
peel off
good.
by Hosea.
well done. Good use of space there and gives up the penalty
Ross
for
was a bit hesitant to
King.
let that one go, but still managed to get it there.
Yeah, and there we go. We're 23-12 now. Thunder just behind. But certainly a lot more energy in this quarter and some really good defensive positioning. So
That's
hopefully
it.
that pays off for them. Some great work from
Nice shooting.
Stoddart hanging low to the ground and getting there, but he's disappointed with himself that he didn't get that one. I think he was kind of suckering it over his head and he just missed it.
There's definitely in the contest this quarter.
Oh, and that's across the back line, unfortunately. Just fast feet from King, just doing a whole heap of work in that GA position now. And, yeah, well done. Oh, and just a contact call there from behind, but gets back down the court beautifully.
In a flash.
Thunder GD just working hard.
Oh, great
Yep.
defense. I
From
really
there.
like
and
this.
There's the come and get me. We only just kept that come and get me, but
They got them in that one.
Oh, another one.
Ooh.
That was even a close come and get me. Yes, push that ball, push.
Yeah, nice and flat.
Yeah, and they're just working this out here. Great.
Nice options.
Oh, and I'm going to call that one. Oh, and that's a contact call. GS
Nice
trying to go
follow
for the
through.
rebound. He's repracticing his follow through there.
Mm-hmm. Knew it was off as soon as it came off
Yeah.
his hands.
And we tend to hear them say off when they know they can feel it. Beautiful
well
from Ness,
done.
breaking through there.
That was beautiful.
Intercept. And straight to the circle edge.
Oh, nice little twirl on that pass.
Oh,
little
and
spin.
there we go. And some beautiful connection there from the Thunder players to get that ball down quickly and capitalise on that deflection from Ness.
I'm just looking at Ness, and I just feel like Ness is really in the zone at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's winning that battle at the moment, I think.
Wow. Stoddart called for arms out to prevent.
Is it?
but
Oh,
that's-
unlucky.
Yeah, and
Appealing to the umpire is king.
GK appealing for some contact over the head there, but not getting it, and then putting that through for 25
Because sometimes
to 13.
that works. Sometimes that works. If you just go to the umpire and ask them for a call, they suddenly change their mind.
I was known, one of my nicknames was Pavarotti by the Italians because I used to yodel a bit. It seemed to work sometimes with the officials. So you've got to do what you've got to do to win a few and change the luck a little bit. But something that you don't have much time to do in this game of netball. Certainly there was a bit of pressure in the back there, but again, this umpire not picking up that pressure from behind on our goalkeeper.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot to watch. So we spare a thought for the umpires.
Who have to have eyes everywhere
They
on the
do,
ground. They
don't
need to
they?
look at feet. They need to look at hands. They need to look at bodies.
They need to look at introducing...
Oh, and that goalkeeper has read the come and get me
me.
every single time.
Mm-hmm.
We keep persisting with it, but we
Yeah.
might need to give that one up for a little bit. And a nice work through the middle of the court for the Dragons to take it to 27 to 14. And it's a Dragons centre, so we really need to change the momentum again here. The Thunder, and they're trying with all their might. There's a lot of effort going on.
These defenders are really giving it everything. I particularly like the Ness Stoddard, is that how you say it?
Yes.
That combination, I think both their
Yeah.
intensity, their energy, their capabilities, it's good for WA.
And some, yeah, we got off the line here.
Here's a
but
come
we
and get me.
Ooh,
Oh.
but no, the goalkeeper thought about it, but he didn't come and get me,
No.
which is good for us. Everybody out there cheering for Thunder, I'm sure. Although we could have a few Dragons cheerers also watching this match. They've certainly maintained their intensity, the Dragons, and and just pushing it across the back line, and the wing
This
attack
quarter has gone
disappointed
by
with himself.
in a flash. It's literally only a minute and a
minute
bit
to
to go.
Chatterboxes
Oh.
we are. Oh,
Oh, that's a coach killer.
yeah, he's not
It's a
happy
commentator
with that
killer
one.
too.
Yeah. Whoops. And again, putting another one away with a minute to go. 29 to 14 for the Dragons, and again their centre. So just pushing it really hard to try to get this last patch of the quarter an opportunity, and they get another one. So I'm sure the halftime we'll see the coaches come out with a few tactics to try to right this.
Teresa's going to have a lot to say to her team at halftime, that's for sure.
And just try to keep that energy high, which they have done. But as you said earlier, sometimes the high energy can go for or against. And King doing some beautiful work across the top of the circle there.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, so fast feet, beautiful, strong
nice hold.
body
And take-
position.
Yeah. Should be the
And-
last act of the quarter.
There it goes. And we go to the middle. And we go to half time.
So that was a better quarter from WA.
It was. The energy was right there. Just still some execution But
First quarter has put them on the back foot, so now they've got the second half to try and make up for it.
A 15-goal deficit, so we've got the Dragons 30 to Thunder 15.
Having a pretty good season this year, Andy.
By the look of this lot, you are too.
Well, we've got a good team out in the field. You want to go meet them?
Sure. So what do you grow here?
We've got broccolis, collies over there, carrots, you name it. We harvest it today, catch. And it's in the stores tomorrow.
So you guys are the midfielders of the fruit and veg.
At Spot Shed, we grow it.
We sell it, you save.
Giving this season everything we've got. Just try and stop us. Don't miss the excitement of West Coast Fever at RAC Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketek.com.au. Giving this season everything we've got. Just try and stop us. Don't miss the excitement of West Coast Fever at RAC Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketek.com.au.
Amina Championships 2023 proudly supported by Bladen WA, Great Temptations, Sweet Treats, Spud Shed, West Coast Fever and Netball WA. Big shout out to all the sponsors who are making this all possible.
And we're back. We're back here at Bendat Stadium. Welcome back, everybody. We've got a reserves game going on between South Australian Dragons and the WA Thunder. South Australian Dragons ahead 30 to 15, and it's been a pretty good hit out to start with, and probably the scoreline doesn't really show what the Thunder have made of, so could be a good second half.
Could be a good second half. I think the second quarter was much better from WA. The first quarter they were just a bit slow out the blocks, but they've still got half a game to try and make up for it, so we'll see how they go.
See how they go with a few changes to the lineup here, because we can see Brady's come back into the game in the GK position and pushed Gawthorne out into the GD position.
No, that one is King. Hawthorne has come back
Hawthorne.
on. No, he has come back on.
Hawthorne's
He's down in
that
goal
end.
attack.
Oh, yeah,
They've
wrong
taken-
end. Sorry, King. You've been doing a fabulous job down
He
there
has.
when you watch this back. That's why I've noticed that you've come out of the GK position. I just called you the wrong name. I'm sorry.
The Hawthorne has come on and King has gone into wing attack. I think that's a really smart smart move there.
And Brady back on the court there in the GK. Yes, got a different combo, different lineup. So let's see what energy we bring here. Great
Nice
footwork
little roll.
there. Beautiful.
Great take from King. Salvaged the pass.
Yep, and
Still a little bit floaty though, that one, I think.
and a great piece of work along
they
the
scored.
baseline, one end to the other,
That's good.
coast
That's
to
all
coast,
that matters.
coast to coast for the Thunder GS, and gets the chocolates. So
Yes,
up,
Brady.
ooh,
Oh,
so close
unlucky.
from Brady.
Done well. Did all the right things. Got into the right position. Moved his feet. Just a couple of centimetres too
Oh,
short.
and some fast work there. Just so athletic and capable there. Hawthorn holding and
Great option from King. Good choice. Oh, unlucky. WA, all three attackers caught standing. Goal shoot, goal attack, and
was that
centre.
footwork there, and it's pushed across the sideline. Goalkeeper good GD under some pressure there. They've just held time because the ball's gone flying across the sideline. So King about to take the throw in, back time on. And King just expecting
Good use of the balk though.
was good.
Fortunate to get that call, but the standing there waiting
and-
for the call, I'm not a big fan of.
No. And some good holding there. And a goal for Thunder. And again,
Good
we see
hands
that
by
is
Stoddart.
has
No one
been
backing him up, though.
impressive and made a big difference in that wing D position, and he was in GD last quarter, so it's certainly got the energy and the footwork going there.
I've got to be careful. My heart's going to start coming out of my throat in a minute.
Exactly. Now it's your turn. I had to watch my son and call it last time, so now it's your turn.
It's because
All
I
your
want
mates
the
out
Thunder
there.
to win.
I
Yeah.
know. And yeah, the Dragons GS has proven to, I think his percentage would be right up there, but some great footwork
He's
from
really
King
doing
there.
the damage. Nice drive
Yeah,
and
and a
pass.
Great piece
Beautiful.
of play there from the Thunder, so that gets them to 18 against 33 though, so they've got a bit of work to do still, but plenty of time. Just South Australia working the ball up nicely, but having to go right back off the circle edge. And a contact called in the circle.
It's almost like only the players that are around the ball are active for WA.
Yes.
If the ball is not around, everybody is just watching.
Yeah, there's
So I'm
oh,
going to
and
leave
just-
this voicemail here for the
Yes.
team if they watch back.
And Hawthorn just a wing and a prayer there to try and get the ball into the goal circle, but just the options in front of Hawthorn there not enough. And that's
Oh, great.
uncharacteristic. He probably has been a little closer there, but
long
did well.
bomb for him.
Long bomb for him. He hasn't gone that far out before. Yes, Brady
Yes,
coming
Brady.
out.
He came
beautifully.
and he got the come and get me.
And he got the come and get me, exactly. Hawthorn just really pushing through that centre court there and getting down into position, and hopefully gets
Nice
the goods
goal.
for that one. Beautiful work from
Deserve
Hawthorn
to be
there.
rewarded.
Yeah.
Bit of energy now. I can hear the voices from the Thunder team.
And the bench calling hard there. Yep, nice hands. Good work.
Nice drive. Hosea
too
is
late,
having a
too
lot of freedom on that baseline, isn't he?
Having to go coast to coast a few times, but doing a great job. And here he goes again. Beautiful.
That's
Hold
just the
and
smarts.
just off the bat.
Yeah. Just the smarts of Hosea coming through there.
Yeah, good pressure. Having to go back there.
Good hustle.
Ooh, and a big stretch, but keeps the foot inside.
Great roll from this
Bad luck.
shooter, Davis.
King reading that really nicely, but Davis has
He's been solid for them today, hasn't he?
really done a lot of work in
Good
that
day
circle.
at in the office for Davis.
Just Thunder working the ball down. And Bink, yep.
King is in wing attack is offering a lot of good options for his
And a
players.
beautiful connection there. That's the connection we've been wanting to see. That was a
That
really
is.
good bit of
That was
play
quite
there.
pretty. Nice
Yeah.
little triangle.
like a training drill, but very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Great when it comes off and all the hard training pays off. Good bit of play, trying to double team there and try and keep that goal shooter out, but the goal attack doing the job from the Dragons. Another
That was
chance
a great
here.
drive by Spadano.
And just off
Topples
there a
off
little
the-
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, can't
That's
pick the ball
unfortunate.
up, and with just a change on the centre there. So Ross back into the game.
Give Spadano a rest.
He has been working hard,
He
Spadano, through the
has.
centre of the court there. And almost just
Just a little bit late.
Stoddart just almost there and thereabouts, but called for the contact.
In the contest, though, you know, he's doing the work to get himself
Brady.
there.
Brady
Well
making
done,
the pressure
Brady.
and reading it. Well done.
Yes.
Good, again, athleticism to get into the
That's what you get from
gap,
Brady, though.
and then
Brady is a hard worker. Oh, sometimes you get that from Brady as well.
wasn't able to capitalise on the good play. Just a bit long on the pass. So we're back with the Dragons in the circle. Oh, and
There's a chance.
again, just a little uncharacteristic for the shooter, who might be not surprised if he's getting a little weary because he has worked hard.
He has.
Just not quite getting there. And a bit of friendly fire on that one. With two Thunder players kind of connecting their ball spills over the side, and it's back with the Dragons. Up we
Yes,
go for King.
Great
Beautiful.
intercept.
Stoddart takes a free pass, and Ross is kind of free down that end, showing there. Great footwork to get around there and be available.
I've
Very-
just noticed WA are playing in their First Nations strip.
They are. It is a really nice. The gold is very bright. Oh, and there's some pressure.
That was
in
some
there.
great acting skills there. I loved that. Just
little-
adding that
just a
little bit
little.
of
There was definitely pressure there.
bit of
so,
theatrics just to let the
But, you
umpire
know,
know. That got the Grammy. Won the Grammy for that one.
and got again the chocolate. So up we go. But yes, and over the back line there. But yeah, the playing strip is really really nice.
It is.
Also, the supporter shirts are great. Got a whale shark on the supporter shirt. I'm wearing
yes.
it today. You
Yes,
see?
it looks really good.
So they've done a great work on the design.
Lucky to get that call.
Just
Miller's just slotted into goal defence.
want to try to capitalise on this one that went over the back
Great
line in
drive.
the other circle, and Ross picking up the contact there.
King to take it. Nice placement. Oh,
And just
wow.
used his arm to push off the back of the defender as the perfectly positioned official
That's a soft call.
was able to see it. Ooh. Brady, beautiful work there again. And
My bias coming through
ooh, and
as a
they
friend and a
should call
shooter.
time here because the ball's gone quite a way across there. Anyone calling time? No,
No.
it's a long way away. But
No,
the official
no one wants
hasn't
to call time.
necessarily noticed. No time called, but has drifted quite a way away. There's a few spare courts here at Bendat, so nothing to stop the ball except the player running after it, and we're back on court now.
Good
with the
hand from
Dragons.
Brady. Nice and clean too.
Brady really disappointed to not get that deflection earlier. And there's another little bit of a bobble on top of the goal.
Brady's really hustling. I'm so impressed.
And there you
Davis
go.
with the finish, so too strong. Too tall.
Couple of attempts, let's admit it. So, come on, Thunder.
What I like about Charlie is, with King there, is just the options that she's offering to the ball carriers. It's stress-free.
And it's just work, isn't it? Like the work
Yep.
work ethic is high.
Yeah.
Really, really managing a lot of movement, and they're just talking to each other here where they'd prefer to get the ball off the baseline throw in, which is great to have this little break in play and be
Yeah.
able to sort
Have
things
those
out.
conversations. I'd also encourage have those conversations before the fact too.
Yes, and just a little bit off there, a mid-range shot. So after all that work, beautiful from King. Again, really present with the body and strong through the ball. Yeah, and again, trying to step in there.
We're just really trying to get the team going. Hey. McInnes has come back on.
And awesome, really great trying to hedge their bets there, the defenders. And they get the... and Brady's on the floor there. But
getting right in the contest, though, Brady is.
There's a fair bit of hip and shoulder going on there on both sides, I think. Not all from one side, but yeah, some great defence off the centre pass and some push there from the WA defenders to make it go across the side
Ness
line.
there has just done enough to force that turnover.
Bit of a combo. Oh, and everyone's going in the same direction, but we've got it sorted here.
Oh, there's King and Ross go to the same
and
direction.
There's that.
Come and get me, and
I was just
Hosea
about
to
to
come.
mention that the come and get me hasn't shown itself, but it just did. And the pat on the head to get it back into gear. But let's see.
Frustrated
if we
with
can,
himself with that one.
It's just ever so slight, the miss. And
Great defense.
3 seconds. Good push between there. And and here's the
nice drive.
workhorses.
Oh.
Yeah. Bit unusual. But obstruction called there by the wing D.
Let's see what WA set up here. The stepping
again,
in.
Bit of standing still,
Trying to get the
but
umpires
trying to-
involved.
Yes. And the umpire staying cool, calm and collected.
That's it.
Well, that one was against the Dragon
Great
Centre.
deception. Unlucky.
It is the only thing when it travels that quickly that you don't get advantage very often when the ball can travel so quick. And just probably
There's
was
that
close
step on
enough
again.
off the front foot to have to go for the
That's great discipline
goal.
defense.
Oh, beautiful from Brady again, just cutting across the face of the attacker and the defensive steal coming off for Brady. So we're back down there's some patience here. They're just trying to work it around Thunder.
Nice.
Doing a good job to get it into the circle, but that one's off
Bit short.
a little. So they're
WA fortunate to come away with that one.
WA ball, but it's going coast to coast here, and time's been called because the ball's just spilt across the line there. So it's coming back now to Ross, who's taking the throw in. And again, we're just patient, but and a bit of space there for Gawthorne, which is great. Stepping in and
Nice goal.
locking that away, and we're at 39-24. The
So
Dragons
still,
Centre.
is that 15? My math's not that good.
It's still a little bit of a deficit, but
So they haven't been able to close
Close
this
it.
deficit
no.
this quarter. So that's a good hold from South Australia then, isn't it?
And again,
Oh, we've got Tangata slipped back on in the background.
Yep, they're Gawthorne going for it this time and beautifully putting that mid-range shot away.
Yep, he's very happy with that one.
He is. That'll give him a bit of a pep up because we're back. We're back with the centre pass. Oh, and that's and well done.
Oh, well
Beautiful
done.
from Gawthorne.
Oh,
Well,
unlucky.
again, mid-range, so just missing to be able to take advantage of that over a third. That'll be Brady's ball defensively, and we'll come away with it now with Thunder.
Nice clearing pass there. And a great drive from Ross.
Did
Tangata
Ness
to
go
finish.
off and come back on? And we've just missed
Yeah,
again
half
there.
time.
So Ness has come back onto the court, so that energy coming back into the wing defence position, and he's just trying to zone it around his player beautifully.
Nice, Brady. Great
doing a
read.
great job. Great job.
Brady's
coming
really
out.
doing what he can to keep his team in this.
Doing it. Although Mandy did say to me last game, it only counts if you get it in at the other end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's hard.
It's
you
so
don't
true,
reward the
though.
defender unless this goal goes in. I think, once you're a defender and you give it up. So the penalty comes, and again, we've slipped into...
And it goes over.
Didn't get that one in. So we finished the third quarter 39-25 with the Dragons maintaining their lead through that quarter. So we've got a bit of work to do for Thunder. West Coast Thunder, proudly supported by Forte Physiotherapy, WA Sports Performance, Spud Shed, Subiaco Sports Massage, the Wembley Hotel, Fresh Frontier, and Smell Seed by Chelsea. And we're back here.
Last quarter.
WA
versus SA in the men's reserves grade. South Australia leading 39-25.
So the last quarter was fairly even, actually. WA probably won that one by one to not allow any more extension of the lead from the Dragons, and we're straight into it here with Dragons. And
that was definitely a long bomb from Davis.
Long range from
But look, when
Davis.
you got a deficit like this, this is the time to try it, right?
But give it a go. I liked his confidence. And yeah, running
South
hard
Australia
here.
will be also thinking about, what they can do to add value to the entire tournament now, what they can take out of it and take away from this moving forward.
Thunder just capitalising there on the miss down the other end with now the centre pass here. So a little bit of an opportunity to just keep offsides there, but Stoddart saying he got
Push.
a bit of a push on the wing attack. Oh, and some pressure there. Ross getting caught for some contact. And that looked a little held, but again, now officials are having to watch a whole heap of movement there. That was a frenzied movement, and it ends up with Davis.
Mid-range.
Mid-range miss.
He's really practicing
there.
his shots this quarter,
He's
isn't he?
decided to come out a little bit disappointed by the look, but the goal attack cleans up and puts it away. And
good on him.
Stoddart just getting a little frustrated there for the contact, and push across the back line from the wing attack to the goal shooter. So it's a Thunder feed on the back line and a pushed pass through to Stoddart. And just a loss deflection there that was gathered.
Missed opportunity. South Australia, great defence. Any of these cross-court passes are just getting eaten up by the South Australian team.
They are, and just a long feed there. And
Great pass.
Brady just connecting with the pole there.
He even thought about it. He hesitated a little bit and then thought, oh no, I'll give it a go.
I'm
still
close
pulled
here.
it up. Yeah.
It's not mid-range, so I can do it. Good gather by Ross there to gather that ball.
Tangata
And-
fixes her weave before she puts the shot up.
Oh, and steps up to box out the defender there.
Oh, umpire automatically thought the goal was going
Yes,
in.
he did.
The hand already went up.
And having a laugh about it on the way back. Good. Like a bit of character out there. Oh, yep, and yes,
Oh,
well done. And a good, yeah,
Good
king in the
scramble
right
from
spot
Spadano.
there.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one's Spadano that... Oh,
Yeah,
you mean
nice.
King to
Oh.
collect.
Passing execution has just at times just
Let
us
them down, hasn't it?
Just the placement of that pass and the speed at which the player's coming at them. Yeah,
And it's
good pressure.
it's really simple. Pass, catch, put the ball through the hoop. But it actually isn't that
Makes it
easy.
So not at all. It does. Oh, and we just lose that one across from a baseline throw in across the sideline. But a really great scramble there. That was a great piece of defensive play from the Thunder to get that ball back, and unfortunately weren't able to capitalise. Beautiful from Ross to push it out.
And he forces the turnover. Well done.
Good footwork there. And
Can they get the chocolates for this one
yeah,
though?
come on.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, almost one of those come get me's. Oh,
Yes.
and another option there.
And
But
they're just
no, we're
swinging it and
pushing
swinging
Oh,
it and
yeah,
swinging it.
and knocked out from under the ball, but nothing given. And again, we just haven't been able to, when we have made,
had the opportunities.
just not capitalised
Yeah.
this game. And a little bit characteristic of South Australia today in the two games that I've watched of them to really take teams on from the very first whistle and really put the pressure on and maintain that pressure. And beautiful
That's what you want,
connection
though,
there.
hey?
Yeah. And just when the other team's off, just to be able to, ascend that pressure.
I've been really impressed with Davis and goal shoot for
Yeah.
South Australia.
Has done some solid work in there.
That's it. He's really
Oh, and again, we're just
given
getting
WA a lot of headaches.
telegraph passes sometimes here across, and they're reading it nicely and really making us hurt on the back of play. Oh, and goal shooter left in the circle, calling hard for that ball and putting it through, taking them to 43 to 27 with the centre pass. Oh, and good hands, unlucky from Brady. Brady checking here, trying to stay between, and beautiful work.
Good
Great
hands,
job,
Brady.
Brady. Just keeping you just see that focus on the ball and where the body was, and
Oh, and then gave away
then
the penalty.
contact.
Oh, everyone having a good conversation with the umpire.
Yep, just checking that they're doing the right thing. There hasn't been any dissent or anything. It's just been around checking that they're doing the right thing. And Brady's super excited across the back line. They're thinking he's got something, but working super hard. The body-on-body work down
It's
there
entertaining
has
to
been
watch,
tough.
isn't it?
Look, trying to find the front position and really strong directions from Davis in there. And
Tap on the hand,
regathers the
umpire didn't
shot.
see. But Davis there.
Brady
tidy up
just
the
a little
crumbs.
wry smile. Say, well, that's the way it goes. Yeah, good work here, and an opening there for Thunder to work the ball in. Get
Great
this one.
stretch.
And, oh, unfortunate.
That's great piece of defence there from the goal
Was a
defender.
good hold and stretch
Zammit.
there.
I think Zamet's played the entire game.
I think Zammit has been on for a fair bit. Those fluoro shoes are hard to miss.
Yes.
New
Also
Church.
the defensive
Church
work.
also has done really well in that WA position there.
I noticed he went off for a little bit, but has come back on. So
He has, and
South
it's been
Australia.
a tough matchup, with Thunder's Wing D doing a good
Yes.
job. Like that matchup there is really solid with Ness and Newchurch, and another beautiful piece of play from Brady, who's showing some great energy down there. And
fight.
yes,
Has South Australia been able to get their bench on, the entire bench on?
I haven't. No, there's definitely players over there who have not been on at all through the entire game. They've stayed fairly solidly with their, just changed their combos a little bit, but stayed same players. And again, they've got to go back to go forward, but they've got the patience to do that and really demanding for the ball. This shooting circle very solid to ask for the ball. Yeah, and mid-range but misses, and King happy to get the contact and take the ball.
Let's see what WA can do with this one.
Ness again working hard. Wing attack just taking a little rest against Ness there and getting caught for the obstruction, but we're in the circle here.
Shooting circle.
Yeah, and everybody getting.
They're just getting
fairly
out-muscled
pushed
at the
out.
moment, though, aren't they? Like,
Yeah,
there
and
isn't any
well
umpire
done.
calls.
Beautiful hold from King to find.
Hosea with a nice take.
And Hosea just saying, give me a little bit of space to be able to take the penalty, please. And takes his time and gets it in for 28 to 45. So they've still got a bit of work to do. 6 minutes 27 to go, so there is time, because we know the game can kind of swing, but unfortunately that's across the back line, and they're just
that wasn't
pushing out
on.
there very close together, the two in the shooting circle, and just having to squeeze that pass a little bit too much. Brady working hard to try to find something there, and gets
Brady
again.
comes through with it.
Oh,
Oh,
and he's
Davis really getting a little bit
Davis,
frustrated.
but
So
he shouldn't
Brady's-
be. He's had a great game. He's just testing himself out in that mid-range section now,
I think Brady is
giving
the-
him a bit of
yeah.
stick. We like it, Brady. Keep going there.
Umpire calls time. This time,
Ball's gone a long way off. Back to King now. to
Charlie
take
King
it.
was like, "I am not going to get that ball."
And an obstruction call there. Oh no, yep, obstruction in the circle.
The body work being done
Yeah,
here.
so trying to keep the space and hoping for
Good reset.
and just that.
Breakdown in communication
Yeah.
there.
And here they come the Dragons again, just really pushing hard, but Brady covering really nicely down there with that goal shoot. He's working hard.
He is.
Goal shoot's not finding too much space now, and as we said, Brady's done a good, beautiful hands from King. And Brady happy to take the back line throw in here. King rolling to try and find some space.
And after a big celebration like that,
Yep, and again
it.
across
Here
the
we
back
go.
line, so wing attack just throwing it a little bit off there.
Brady takes
and
a breath
Brady
this
is
time.
just taking his time there now, making sure of it. And we push the ball up,
McInnes getting a hand in there.
and yep, no one in the circle at the moment, and yep, good hands there. Now we've got the Jose's back in the circle now, holding side. But can't get the ball in, and King working
Well
hard.
done, King.
Great work, yeah. The little short
Good
pass,
goal.
I'm liking those. They kind of know
Hard
what
to
each other
defend.
want. Yeah, really hard. Few bodies held on one side. Get that ball. Oh,
Good reset option from the
King and
centre.
Brady just squeezing the new player come on court in the GA position for the Dragons. So holding time now because the ball again has gone across the back line, and
New goal attack.
the new goal attack just came on and got squeezed right up in between.
What a time to come
Bit
in.
of a collision.
Oh, we've got wing defender
Wing
on.
D coming on. Now
So
the
got
bench
a-
is coming into the play. This is all the guys who haven't taken the court yet. So new centre.
It's a nice position and a nice feeling it's for a team to be able to do this. So
4
good on
minutes,
to
just
South
under
Australia
4 minutes to go, 45 to 29.
for doing the work, and
And
now they get to reap the benefits.
and that's held. Good energy from Thunder to get the new players to have to
Early
think
nerves for the
about
centre
it.
that's just come on, maybe.
And again,
Well, everybody's just
Well,
looking at the umpire now,
a
aren't
little
they?
bit more of a academy moment.
These
it
acting
worked.
skills are really starting to come through.
It worked, those long arms. And we're in the circle here. So WA taking it to 30. Still, that's the half-time deficit still hovering, 15 goals. So it has been really close second half.
The first
So-
quarter really
Yeah, those
let WA down here,
consistent misses and as they're going,
and it's
high
just put
to
them
try
on the
to get
back
that one.
foot. You just can't start
yeah,
and
nice
give
work.
South Australia a 10-goal lead like that.
Yeah, and they've been able to maintain it. They maintained that energy through the second and have done the same here. The contact call here,
Ball goes back.
ball going back to where it
Oh,
was
we got a new
called.
goalkeeper coming on as well.
Yes,
for
change
South
up
Australia.
for South Australia, giving all of their... Oh, and Brady just getting called for contact there and taking his
Interesting
spot
avenue to
behind.
post, going down to the ground for the shortest person in the world at the moment. Shortest, sorry, I mean tallest.
Where,
Yes,
yeah, beautiful
King.
from King and getting caught for
Ah.
obstruction, but I thought he stepped back in to
No,
King
I
there.
think it was
but-
offside.
Oh, yes, right. Having a bit of a giggle about that now, realising that great defensive deflection, but whoops, my foot was over the line. Good job, here they go, they've got it again. So Thunder stepping forward, good strong passing. Oh, and a little float.
Little floating ball. Just that floaty pass is probably not the best choice
Not with running those new players who have come on the
with the
on
energy
the
to run
court.
it down.
Yeah,
Hey.
up you go.
Oh, good scramble.
Unlucky.
Oh,
Good
centre went
try
offside.
from
Didn't
Charlie.
see that one. Of course, my biased eyes definitely saw that.
Had that covered. Again, Brady working really hard to
Good
push
pressure.
this goal shooter not to be available. Looking for the long pass there, but Brady takes the sideline throw in and could show the ball and patience to get it to the right hands.
Into the final minute.
Ross working hard
This,
there,
this defensive
showing that
unit.
it's been. Oh, and the come get me.
Yeah, this defensive
over
unit
the
from
side.
South Australia has been phenomenal.
They have worked
They have.
extremely
It's been a
hard.
good team effort all
Has.
round for South Australia, hasn't it?
The Thunder should be really somewhat, I know they'll be disappointed, but somewhat happy that they've kept the deficit the same
For
since
sure.
half-time.
I think take away that first quarter and everything.
And it's a different...
it's a different
unlucky
game.
for King taking a... I reckon that was mid to long. But missing there. Oh,
Yes,
nice,
Brady.
Brady. Beautiful. Oh,
Oh,
and the
little
goal
no
shoot.
looker.
And there
to
they
finish.
go quickly and
Finish with
The-
a bit of
a
showtime.
bit of the look away. Snazzy. Again. Oh, and yes,
Well,
and
then,
holds
can you get it up?
nicely
Can
in
you-
the hold. And that's the end of the game. 47-30 for
To
the
South
South Australian
Australia.
Dragons.
Thank
and
you
it
so
has been
much.
so
it has been a
lovely.
pleasure. Yes.
Yes, hopefully everyone enjoyed it as much as you and I did. We're going to high five when we switch the mics
Yes.
off. But thanks everyone. Keep watching. Live stream coming your way from Bendat Stadium.